Oswea. The Department of Commerce provides a status report on the progress of the MSME loan grant facility. Police report the seizure of weapons and ammunition at Bexor amid escalating gun violence here. And the Minister for Tourism challenges vendors to do better if they want to secure a bigger slice of the tourism pie.
This is the Hot 790 News.
Bonsoir, aujourd'hui c'est mercredi li 11 octobre 2023. Non moi c'est Karim Nelson. Bienvenue pour nouvelle nuit station Hot 7. Qui ou ka suivre nous à sur Flow Channel 117, station Hot FM et puis Kiss FM, les app mobile Caribbean Hot FM, page Facebook Caribbean Hot 7 TV. Pas oublier c'est moun là qui ka servi antenne plug and play Hot 7. Merci pour ka joindre et puis nous. The MSME Loan Grant Facility has completed its first tier of applications, and according to administrators, the amount of applications received exceeded expectations for the first 2 years of the project. The Ministry of Commerce organized a post-mortem on Wednesday, October 11th, to examine the performance of the initiative and review the lessons learned. Eldridge Charles tells us more.
Since its inception in March, the MSME Loan Grant Facility has provided a medium for the local business sector, especially small enterprises, to obtain much-needed financing. The initiative, which emanated from the Ministry of Commerce, offered small business owners the chance to borrow up to $25,000. The funds were organized in the format of 30% a loan and 70% a grant, meaning that borrowers were only required to repay 30% of the money issued. The program was meant to enable small enterprises that had their operations curtailed by the COVID-19 pandemic a chance to expand or revamp by providing funds for equipment and training. At the culmination of the first tier of the program, the Ministry of Commerce held a briefing at the conference room of the Financial Services Center to present their analysis of the performance of the facility. According to Jonathan Allen of the Small Business Development Center, the facility received way more applications than expected, a fact that points to the necessity of such a program.
On the 31st of May, according to our project, we expected to have at least 150 applications. The project as a whole expected within a period of 2 years to have 500 applications that would be reviewed and that decisions would be made in terms of approvals and disbursement. But in our first call, we got 514 applications, which far exceeded what we were expecting.
Despite only 180 applications being processed so far, a total of $1.9 million of the initial $3.3 million allocation has already been disbursed. The MSME Loan Grant Committee has reviewed a total of 311 applications and is currently in the process of reviewing the remainder of the 514 applications received.
So far we have approved 180 applications, and these 180 applicants are those who are operating within the priority sector, that is agriculture, professional services, manufacturing. And these applicants have satisfied all the conditionalities of the grant process. So they have brought in their business plans, their credit checks are in order, their financials are in order, they have submitted the requisite certification.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Eldridge Charles.
Police are reporting the seizure of firearms and ammunition in Bexor. The discovery was made on Monday, October 9th, 2023, about 3 p.m. by a joint departmental team of officers who responded to a report of suspicious activity in there. Upon arrival at the scene, the officers commenced investigations but were not able to identify any suspects. However, a thorough search in the immediate vicinity led to the discovery of one pump-action homemade shotgun with 2 rounds of 12-gauge ammunition that was subsequently seized. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force is actively investigating the circumstances surrounding the discovery of this firearm and urges anyone with information related to this case to come forward or use the crime hotline 555 to provide an anonymous tip. Minister for Tourism Honorable Ernest Hilaire has responded to claims that local vendors are not reaping significant benefits during the cruise season. The minister noted that the government has provided ample training and access to goods for these merchants, but the onus is on the sellers to close the deal. Quinn Segis tells us more in this report.
With the 2023 cruise season now officially open, questions have resurfaced as to whether or not local merchants will reap any significant benefits from the inflow of tourists during the period. Some vendors have complained in the past that larger businesses tend to benefit more from the additional traffic, leaving them with minuscule pieces of the pie. Commenting on these claims, Minister for Tourism Honorable Ernest Hilaire noted that the onus was on the sellers to sharpen their sales tools in order to increase benefits. He cited as a possible example that often vendors do not practice professionalism in their places of work, which can become a turn-off for visitors.
I had reason to say to the vendors that they really need to work on how it is you convert visitors coming in, because they said the same thing to me. Minister, they have visitors coming, but as if we're not making money, we're not benefiting enough. And I had reason to say to them, okay, the first thing you need to do. I said, I have stopped on this lay-by many times, and I hear your conversations. I hear how you all speak to the visitors. I hear the things you all say to each other in front of the visitors. This is a professional enterprise. If you want people to buy from you, you have to be a salesperson. You have to use sales techniques. You have to sell your product. You have to charm people. That's how people sell.
Additionally, Dr. Hilaire highlighted that the government has already provided vendors with customer service training in a move to increase business opportunities for them. In these classes, the merchants have been provided with essential tools to make a living for themselves. Further, the state has assisted sellers in gaining access to goods, leaving them to complete the final sale themselves. Hilaire believes that this is sufficient aid for the vendors to be able to thrive if they take initiative.
So we said to them, look, we're going to do some training, and we did some training at the ministry for them, and the ministry has been doing training for vendors around the island because we recognize that's a problem around the island. So I was saying to them, look, we make sure we go out, we market, we promote St. Lucia so the visitors can come to the island. We provide you with the facility. We are available to help you source items. The final step has to be yours. We've trained you, we've brought the visitors, we've helped you get the items, we've trained you. You have to be able to make the sale. We cannot make the sale, and we cannot force the visitors to buy from you. So we can understand you're saying, it's a challenge, but maybe it's a time for you to rethink your sales strategy and your sales technique, and we will help you do so.
The minister further indicated that the vendors should not feel entitled to sales from the tourists. He noted that ultimately, the onus is on the merchant to seal the deal as it relates to the sale of goods.
Visitors who come to the lay-by or any part of St. Lucia is under no obligation to buy your items. They're not. So we will help you get the right facility, and under the GPH agreement, we will entirely redo the vendors arcade to really make it a more attractive, more conducive area. We will train you. If there are items you want to source, we will help you source it. But you too now need to take it across the line.
Reporting for the Hot 7 TV News, I am Quinn Segis.
Toujours en première phase nouvelle là, nous ka présenter ou EPPOV. Question nous soit assez, bay non yon jouer créole ou t'es content. En nous côté c'est réponse.
Chinescape, TikTok, Rounders, Cash Mobile, a lot of games. This was the games, yeah.
La can plus nous déca jouer. Nous déca jouer la can plus by tap. C'est quoi ça on regarde. OK?
Yeah, thank you.
Pas de problème.
Pour nous déca jouer, nous déca zing, nous déca jouer vin, nous déca courir bawager. Mais nous pas film là idée. Mais à ça pas encore.
There is so many we used to play, but actually I just can't remember. But Hulilaba, you call it other games like Googlu, you know, the Googlu, all different games we used to play. But so many things, so many games are going on right now. So we change it into other languages and stuff. But we need to go back to the old times and get all the, games coming back in our Creole language. Okay?
Topi. Yeah, we used to play a lot of Topi. And from school, we have 2 marble, we play in casket. Until we reach sometimes 6 o'clock, that's when we take licks on the road.
Digwen, marbles, what again? Now the skipping rope, that I know.
Nouvelle qui continue à l'EPI, in the battle between the Mandarin and Creole languages, questions are being raised about which of the two will make it to the school syllabus first. West EPI nous ka witourner tout à l'heure et puis plus détails associés à rapport ça avec les autres.